Hello and welcome back to the Friendly Neighborhood.
We can start over.
Whoa!
We can start over.
Okay.
Wait. Should we? Do you want to just like introduce it and then I say, I'm Aiden, and I'll say I'm Logan.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
So
yeah.
people know, because I think a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
So.
They introduce each other like at the beginning of every time. So.
Okay.
I'll say hello and welcome back. I'm Aiden. That's Logan, and then you'll ask, what do we have going on, and then what's going on in the neighborhood today.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. I like.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome back to the Friendly Neighborhood podcast. I'm Aiden. This is Logan.
All right, Aiden. What's going on in the neighborhood today?
Plans for today. We got a high-low buffalo, that'll be an interesting new little thing. Agree or disagree. Best worst. So we're gonna take an actor and each think of their best movie and their worst movie.
Perfect.
And then we're gonna have me against the world, which is basically like a hot takes kind of thing. So like you'll give an opinion you have that you think the majority of the world disagrees with.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah. And then we're gonna rate Agatha All Along, and we're gonna rate Venom 3.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay. Let's do it.
Hopping into the first segment, high, low, buffalo. So we're gonna take a high from the past week. Yep. We're gonna take a high from the past week. We're gonna take our low from the past week and a random fact or experience.
Okay. Perfect.
Whatever.
I'd say a high for me. Are we counting like, because this is obviously on a Thursday. Are we going from the past Sunday?
Like from the last time we filmed an episode, so like last Thursday. Okay. Last Thursday night.
Let's see. Did well at work this week, I guess.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, I'm just gonna count it. I mean, we got to film our first podcast. I think that's pretty cool. We're doing it again.
That's pretty cool.
Keep it rolling. Low for the week. The week's gone by way too fast. I'll just say that.
You think so? I think it's been super slow week. Like we didn't have class on Monday, but still, I'm like, this week has taken forever.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess some weeks just fly by faster.
Yeah.
Maybe it's different when you're looking forward to stuff, because obviously you have stuff going on this weekend.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just gone by super slow. And just getting burnt out by school.
Get that. Yeah, I'm ready for a break for sure.
Yeah, definitely. A random fact or experience. Huh. That's a tough one.
I'm back.
That's gonna be caught in the mic, bro. A random one. This is kind of like last week, but I'm gonna include it. We had to call the cops at work. Bro, trying not to cough so bad. We had to call the cops because some dude was just tweaking out.
Nice.
That's a long story.
Love the tweakers.
But yeah, so I got to talk to the cops and stuff, and
Sweet.
Had to give out my opinion on what happened. And
sweet.
Some guy pulled a gun, but
that'll happen.
It's random, right?
That'll happen.
All right, what about for you though?
Sorry, I'm pulling up the timer here quick. High for me is that's a tough one. I thought I had one, but I can't remember what it was now.
I feel like I know what your high would be.
What's that?
Shot a deer.
I did shoot a deer. Pretty big deer too.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty big deer. 11 points. That's pretty cool. Its neck, like the width of his neck, just the back of his neck was 3 of my hands wide.
Yeah.
It was huge, massive deer. But yeah. Low, I had. Let's see here. I had 2 tests and a quiz in the past week, and I didn't do great on one of the tests. I don't know how I did on the other test. And the quiz, I got a 9 out of 10, so it's okay. But
that's gotta be like one of the worst feelings, is walking out of a class realizing you did bad,
and
then you just think about it all day.
It wasn't like terrible, like it wasn't horrible.
Yeah.
I got like an 80% or something on it, but it's a class that I really want an A in,
Yeah,
so that 80% kind of hurt a little bit.
fair.
Buffalo. Oh, Buffalo. I don't know. I really should have thought about this beforehand. I didn't.
I feel like a random fact is hard.
Yeah, it is to think about on the spot.
Fair.
Um, did you know that your hand has like 26 bones in it, or
I
like
did not.
27 bones in it? Something I learned in that. I'm gonna look it up. I don't want to be wrong.
It's like Deadpool 28 if I'm watching Gossip
Yeah,
Girls.
206 bones in the human body. 207 if I'm watching Gossip. Bones in the hand. 27 bones. I was right. I said
Nice.
26 or 27 bones.
That's
So
actually crazy.
yeah, it's got more bones in your hand than like the rest of your
Like
arm or
part.
like your
Oh,
upper body. Yeah, I
that is
think your
cool.
foot has even more bones.
Probably. It's probably how you break them so easily.
Yeah. Foot.
Just super small
Oh no,
bones.
the foot has 26 bones.
Oh,
The more you know, right?
I guess so. Yeah.
um, but yeah, I love Buffalo. You want to move on to the first segment?
Yeah. It looks like we have some interesting stuff to talk about. Yeah.
Okay, so our first segment is gonna be agree or disagree. So we're
Okay.
gonna kind of do it the same way we did overrated, overhated.
Okay. Yep.
I'm gonna read off like a statement, and then
A mukbang.
and then I'll count it down 3, 2, 1, and we'll say if we agree or disagree. Okay,
Okay. Fair.
ready?
Mm-hmm.
First one: the X-Men are the most interesting superhero team. Take a second to think.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Agree.
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 I was kind of in the middle. I mean, it's interesting, but like, I feel like not everyone knows a whole lot, so people would say it's not as
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Um, I think it's interesting that they kind of have like it's weird because like Avengers and X Men are like the same universe, but totally split off from each
They
other.
never interact with each other ever.
Yeah, I mean, of course, someone will make some random comic where
Yeah.
they flood together or something like that, but it's
Like Secret Wars kind of thing.
yeah, but then you have superheroes, but then you have these random people that are born with these genes that mutate them over
Yeah.
time.
If you get superpowers after you're born,
Yeah.
it's okay. But if you get them when you're born, then we're all gonna hate you.
Yeah, then the government just wants to go after you for no reason. I think that's what makes it interesting, and the fact that there's so many like diverse, like abilities. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I still think the Avengers are cool, but I think it's cooler to have a body made out of adamantium than like a
A
shield.
vibranium shield.
Yeah, like that's just
That's
me.
fair. That's
Just
fair.
me.
Okay, next one. Comics are better than movies. Tell me when you're ready.
Ready.
3, 2, 1. Disagree.
I would have to say agree.
Agree?
Only for the fact that comics were written in the way that people like Stanley or Jack Kirby actually want it to look. Movies kind of
You have to make it look more
twist things.
modernized. Yeah.
Yeah, well, because like if you ever read a comic, you look at it and you're like, that I feel like wouldn't play well inside of a movie.
Yeah. It just doesn't work, kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
and they would just be like, all right, that's cringy, bro.
Like, why do we do it? Come on, man. Why
It'd
we
be
do
just
this?
stuff like, I got you or something like that. Like, no, that one looked good.
That would not look
So they have to change it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But I like the movies actually bring it to life.
I just like that I don't have to read when I'm at a movie.
Yeah.
Like I read the Secret Wars comic, like the 12-issue segment of
like
Secret
from
Wars.
the 80s or whatever.
Yeah. And the amount of words they can fit on one of those pages in those boxes is crazy. Like every time Doctor Doom was on the page, the entire thing is just words, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much.
Exactly. But I guess again, that's how they want it done.
Yeah,
And I'm sure since you read it now, once the movie actually comes out, you're gonna be
I'm either gonna love the movie or I'm gonna hate the movie because I read the comic.
like, like they people who make movies could easily just look at it and be like, or they could just read the twelve issues
Yeah,
and just be like, we're just gonna do that. But no, they seem to like read it and be
they
like,
like to do their own thing, and
you know
it
what, we're
really
just
kind
gonna
of
throw
pisses me
some
off.
random things in there.
And that's kind of how it is with like any book to movie adaptation. Like Harry
Yeah.
Potter is a great example of it, especially the fourth Harry Potter book. Like, um, there are entire characters written into the book that aren't even mentioned in the movie.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, next one.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is a top 5 superhero in Marvel. I gotta think about
That's tough. That's tough.
this. Like all of Marvel, not just the MCU.
Because obviously top five is different than strongest.
You like the
Yeah.
most entertaining or coolest.
Okay.
I think I got my answer.
Yeah, okay, I'm ready.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Agree.
Yeah, he's definitely up there. He's probably number 5, but he's
Yeah.
definitely up there. I don't think I could give you top 5 off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I know Captain America would probably be in there somewhere. Captain
Yeah.
America,
I mean,
Gambit.
I think it also is different too. We've had 3 different adaptations of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And
So
they
it's
all,
hard to kind of peg him down on one like good or bad thing.
yeah, and they all just like make us feel bad for him every single time.
Yep.
And it's like, oh,
Can't do anything.
suck to be Spider-Man.
Mhm.
He's definitely top 5, but he's not top 3.
No way he's top. There's no way he's top 3.
No.
He's 4 or 5.
Yeah. I mean, I think once they start adding more people into this whole like movie universe, I think our answer could change.
Do you know who else they're all adding?
Not really. See that? Okay, that I know. I know. Last episode we talked about Deadpool and Wolverine a little bit, and that's one thing that I talked about was cameos. That's one thing they're probably going to do in Secret Wars is just add in a bunch
There's
of
just going to be a
people.
ton of people, and that'll be
But
like the only.
we won't add new people, so we're going to add a bunch of people, go into another part of Marvel without having new people. It's like now we're going to build again. Why don't you throw some new people in there, and then we can build off.
What I really want to see before Secret Wars, and I don't think it's happening, but like if you've read Secret Wars, you know it's like all of the heroes versus all of the villains.
Yeah.
So it's like X-Men, Avengers, Fantastic Four, like this group of heroes and all of their villains. Yeah. So I would like to see good adaptations of the X-Men in movies and Fantastic Four in movies before we get Secret Wars. But I don't think they're going to do that.
I mean, we're definitely not getting X-Men, a good one. I mean, they might pull people in because they legally can now. Fantastic Four, we're getting what, one movie before?
Yeah. I just want enough to be able to like build a relationship with the characters. So I'm watching it and I'm like, oh, I actually care what happens to this person.
Yeah, like we did with Endgame.
Yeah.
Because it took 12 years to build up to that. Now it's taken 6, 7.
Yeah.
And we don't even feel like anything. Like Marvel's just been all over the place. It feels like. But yeah, again, Spider-Man. Yeah, definitely top 5.
Okay. Ready for the next one?
Yes.
Shifting in a different direction. Toilet paper is a top 10 invention of all time.
Wow.
I got my answer.
Yep. I got my answer too.
3, 2, 1.
Agree.
Yeah. What would you do if there wasn't toilet paper? It's like
that's
kind of
crazy,
an essential.
Bro. And when we were going through COVID too, all the toilet paper.
Yeah, like
gone,
right before COVID.
And everyone's life was like ending, bro.
You
if
have
you
to
didn't
get
get toilet
all
paper.
of these packs of toilet paper, otherwise you will die. Yeah.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh,
it was
that's crazy.
definitely interesting. Next one. Sony needs to just hand over the rights of things like Spider-Man and his villains to Disney/Marvel.
Okay, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. Agree.
Disagree.
Why do you disagree?
I'm disagreeing for the fact that not saying they shouldn't ever, but they could at some point. Like right now, it wouldn't make sense to do that because if they give all those ideas to us or to Marvel, they're not really gonna have time to do anything with them in the next couple of years.
That's
So we're
true.
just gonna wait around. You might as well let Sony
So
make stuff.
that way we would have
Yeah.
two groups making. Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, Marvel could be like, hey, or Disney could be like, hey, Sony, you want some of our people to help you make a movie?
Yeah,
So you know
that would be
understand how to
nice.
make
Yeah,
a
that would be
movie.
nice. Because some of
Um,
the Sony movies are like,
yeah, and obviously
really,
we have Craven
really,
coming out soon.
yeah.
Yeah,
That looked better. Like the trailer for that looked better than I thought it was going
yeah. It feels like a Mission Impossible sort of
to.
esque
Yeah,
movie.
kind of.
Just guns and fighting.
Hmm.
You know, not a
And it seemed interesting enough that I would probably go see it. I just don't
yeah,
know
yeah. I mean,
if it
yeah.
would be good or not. Last one.
Yep.
Dogs playing poker is a great apartment decoration.
I think you have to say yes. Okay, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. Agree.
Agree.
It stays. It's dogs playing poker, dude. It's great.
I'm just Hobby Lobby has some heat.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy.
that's great.
We'll get more decorations up here at some point.
That's actually going to be another agree or disagree for like our next episode. It's like agree or disagree. We need more decorations
I
for
think
our
we do.
apartment.
I think it looks
This
like
is like pretty much the only thing we have. I guess we have a flag over there.
no. We need like
That's about
some
it.
Marvel stuff to make
Yeah,
it like themed.
yeah.
Well, it's in the works. We'll get it at some point.
Okay, we're gonna try this new segment now. I don't know how it's gonna go.
Okay.
I might need to look up a few people to see what movies are in. But what we're gonna do is best and worst, and I will say an actor, and we're going to think of their best performance and their worst performance. And we might not do all of them on this list. I got a pretty long list here, but
Okay.
we'll see how the first couple go.
You could just do based off what you've seen. You don't have to do what
That's
movies
true too. Yep.
because obviously we have not seen every movie.
Yep.
Um, so we could just do that.
That's probably a good idea.
Um,
Okay.
so which one do you want to do first?
Let's do Ryan Reynolds.
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds, best performance, worst
Oh,
performance.
I got an easy worst performance, bro. If you say
I
the
think
same
I got
one
the
as me,
same
though,
one as. Yeah.
all right. Do you want? I can go first. Then
You
if
go
want.
first. Go for it.
Easily, I feel like it has to be Deadpool. I mean, that's what he's gonna be known for now, ending his
Just
career.
Deadpool 1
First one, yeah.
is
First
the
one.
best performance from him.
Yep.
Okay.
Just because he like, it was just out of nowhere, and he just did the character well.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't really have to like build into the role or anything.
Yeah.
He was like just
Yeah.
in the role already. Worst, but easily Green Lantern, bro.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were doing.
Bad movie.
I didn't know he was in. Okay. Yeah, Green Lantern is not a good movie. I gotta say his best performance is Deadpool. Worst performance, The Croods. Didn't even know he was in that movie, but he is.
Oh, is he the guy with the sloth?
Oh yeah, he's Guy. He's
Yeah.
Guy or whatever
Yeah.
his name is.
That's yeah. I guess I.
Yeah, that's
You
not a
think
great movie.
Croods is
That's
worse
not
than
a
Green
great.
Lantern?
Well, you already took Green Lantern, so I kind of had to think of something else.
That's fair. Do you want to do?
Yeah. What's the next one on that list? You got the list.
Let's do Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, there's
You go
plenty of
first.
movies to go off of for him.
Yep.
All right. Best movie, in my opinion, that Adam Sandler has ever done.
I got a tie between.
Oh, I have a okay. I mean, to me, I really liked Click.
Click? I don't think I've seen Click.
Click is a good one. Otherwise, it'd be between like Click and he did really good in Blended. I know it's a newer movie.
Mm-hmm.
Grown Ups I've only seen once, and it's hard because he's not only the only main character in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many other people in there. So I'm gonna go with Click or Blended. The
Okay.
worst one I think I've seen him in. Um, I mean it's a good movie. I wasn't fond of his acting. Have you seen Mr. Deeds?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wasn't very fond of it.
Oh, I like that movie.
I like the
That's
movie.
the one where he inherits like all the
Yeah,
mansion and stuff like that, right?
it seemed like it just seemed different. But
Yeah,
I like the movie though.
it's pretty good. Yeah. I gotta say his best performance. It's like a three-way tie between Grown Ups, Happy Gilmore, and Just Go With It. Those are my three favorite Adam Sandler movies, I think. And then his worst performance, Jack and Jill.
I
He
haven't seen
plays
that in a
he
while.
plays a brother and a sister. He plays
Yeah.
two characters, and I mean, I'm looking at it right here as a 3% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yo, that's wild. It's on Tubi, so you know it's not that
Yeah,
good. That's fair. That's fair. I know Leo, that lizard movie that he
yeah,
recently. I haven't seen it. Normally when people do voiceover movies, that's when they like, especially Adam Sandler. That's when it's bad
uh huh,
because he's more of a in-person actor. You need to see his actions and what he
yeah.
does. But yeah, those are some good picks actually.
Next one, let's do Dwayne Johnson, The Rock,
Dwayne Johnson.
The Rock.
I have a few I know I can think of right away. Um, oh, okay, yeah, I'm ready.
Go for it.
Best one I think he's ever done, and now I know I'm backtracking on myself a little bit, but I think he did Moana good. I know I
Yeah,
said voiceovers are
yeah.
different, but I
Moana was
think he
good
did
though.
good on Moana.
I enjoyed it.
Um, Number two or the worst, would be Black Adam.
I never saw Black Adam,
That's okay.
so I don't need to. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's just like he's a menacing looking guy, but he doesn't act that menacing.
No, and I feel like his acting is kind of cringy, like overall,
Yeah,
personally.
I mean when he does a funny movie, like if you've seen Central Intelligence, like that was funny with Kevin
Yeah,
Hart.
I haven't seen that one.
Um, that one's funny.
Okay.
Um,
I think his. I'll start with his worst movie performance.
mhm.
I think it's got to be Planet 51, just because I haven't seen it. Well, I haven't seen it in a while, and I forgot it. Or forgot like anything about it, which means it can't be that great of a movie.
Oh,
And best, I would have to say Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. That was a really good movie, I think.
that's funny. I watched that too recently.
Yeah, or Baywatch. Baywatch is a good movie too.
Oh, I gotta remember. Yeah, I did watch Baywatch.
Well, where she's like bouncing up and down. You're like, you checked out my boobs? And then she does it again. You're like, you just did it again. I'm like, no, no,
Dude,
no.
the one thing that made me mad about that movie was the dude's face job that he got. Whatever, whatever Zac Efron did to his face
Oh yeah.
made it look so bad.
Hmm.
I hate when people do that to their face
Yeah.
to look younger than you just look
Yeah.
like a
Well,
dog.
I he got in like an accident, so he had to get facial reconstruction surgery or something like that.
Oh, I
And
did not know
then
that.
and then he was supposed to be doing like jaw workouts or something to like even out his face, and he didn't do them for whatever reason, and it just now he looks like Lord Farquaad.
That's rough. um, yeah, yep. Those are some good picks too.
Next one you want to do Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, because I easily have some good ones for
Okay, Serum.
that. For me, the first, like the best one he's ever done is probably Rocky. Um, just because it's a classic, right?
Yep, yep.
Um, was he? Yeah, he was. Then I'm gonna have to say his worst is probably Creed.
No,
I'm only gonna
okay.
say that because it was
Like
like
same movie, just
right.
different. Yeah,
Well, because he ended up like getting super sick or whatever, and then
yeah,
it was just like I don't know. It felt like a Rocky movie without Rocky. Like I just
yeah,
didn't like it.
yeah.
Um, I mean, it had some good fighting or whatever boxing in it, but it just wasn't. It wasn't the same feel. Um,
That's fair.
yeah, those would be my two. He obviously has the A Team. He has Rambo, which I haven't really seen a lot of.
I saw Rambo, and I think that's going to be my best performance for him. Rambo's really good. Worst, I think, has got to be Zookeeper with Kevin James. You ever seen that movie? He plays a lion. It's with
Oh,
the
yeah.
talking animals.
Uh-huh.
He plays a lion in that movie, and that
Dude,
movie's
that
rough.
movie's kind of
That's the
heartwarming
movie
to me,
Time for God.
bro.
It's like
That's
it's a heartwarming movie, and it's a nice comfort movie. But
yeah,
if you really look at it, it's
yeah,
not a great movie.
yeah. I mean, it's just a dude talking to animals.
Yeah, it's not a wonderful movie.
Yeah.
Next, you want to go? Let's go down the list a little ways. Let's do Steve Carell.
Okay. That's gonna be probably the worst or the most difficult one to do.
You think so?
Yep. Just because okay, obviously people are gonna be like, um, are we including shows?
No, just movies.
Because obviously I think we know what we'd say if it was
Yeah,
shows.
The Office is amazing. I love The Office,
Yeah.
but we'll do just movies to keep it simple here.
Okay. Um all right. Best movie? It's hard. So I'm gonna have to go
He
with
has a lot of really good movies and not very
yeah.
many bad ones.
It feels wrong to leave out a Despicable Me movie, but like Beautiful Boy, have you seen that?
Uh-uh.
It's really sad.
Yeah,
But he does good acting in that. If it wasn't Beautiful Boy, it'd be 40-Year-Old Virgin.
that's a good movie too.
Um, then worst is probably Evan Almighty. Although I did grow up
Evan
watching them
Almighty? Oh,
that
I didn't
movie.
know there was an Evan Almighty. I knew there was a Bruce Almighty.
Yeah, Evan's just copying Bruce.
Oh,
But I mean, there's differences in the movies.
yeah,
But Morgan Freeman's in both. He
yeah,
plays God in both of them.
yeah. The
Um,
only man who could play God and not make any sense.
yeah. Um, again, it's another comfort movie like Zookeeper, but um, it's not a very
Hmm.
it's kind of cringy,
Yeah, it definitely
you
is.
know.
Well, at least the first one was.
Yeah,
Bruce Almighty was a little bit.
exactly. Where he opens the soup,
Yeah.
like the Red Sea, like that's just a weird.
It's like, "Ooh," like, dude, what?
Doesn't like a monkey crawl out of some dude's butt?
Yeah, something like
Yeah, like
something
come
like that.
on.
Um, I'm gonna start with worst because that's gonna be a tough one for me. Worst performance. I don't know. I've really only seen good Steve Carell movies, but from the ones I've seen, in my opinion, the worst is Over the Hedge. He plays the squirrel in Over the Hedge.
Oh, Hammy.
Hammy, yeah,
But I like a cookie.
yeah. It's not a bad movie, but of his rap sheet that I've
Yeah,
seen, it's the worst one.
yeah.
Best movie, that one's tough because you got Despicable Me, you got
Yep.
Despicable Me 2. Those are both really good. You got 40-Year-Old Virgin, you
Uh-huh.
got Anchorman: The Legend of Ron Burgundy.
Yep.
There's so many good ones, but I think his best performance.
He's
I
Brick,
can't
right?
get. Yeah, he's
Brick.
Brick.
Yeah.
I think Brick killed the guy. Yeah, I stabbed a dude with a trident. What? I think that's got to be my favorite performance from him,
Yeah,
followed very closely by the 40-Year-Old Virgin.
that's fair.
Those are
He's
both really good movies.
62?
Apparently,
Wow.
I think it's crazy that he's married to like the realtor from The Office.
Hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's funny too because like you watch like Adam Sandler movies and his wife plays super small parts in every movie.
But she's in every movie, and
Yeah.
all of his friends are in every
Hmm.
movie. Kevin James, Chris Rock, like they're all in those movies
Yeah.
every time.
And David Spade's in a lot of them.
Yeah.
I think that's cool that he includes people.
Uh huh.
I heard some like he even includes friends like people don't know and they're
Like
just
he
like
said,
background
I've
characters.
heard that he tells people that he won't do their movie unless these certain people are in it.
Yeah, that's fair though. Bring your friends with you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, that was probably the hardest one that we have.
Want to do one more?
Yeah,
You
we
want
can
to
do
think of
one
one,
more. Yeah.
or you want to come up with one from the list?
Ooh, do Will Ferrell
Okay, that's a good one.
because I think I know what both of our best ones are gonna be. If you don't pick the one I'm thinking of, You're wrong for that.
I don't know which one you're talking
Oh, come on.
about. Oh no, it's not that movie.
What?
In fact, that's gonna be my worst movie if it's the one that if we're on the same
No, no,
wavelength.
no, 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 no. Okay, you go first.
I'll
Then.
go
I
first.
want to hear
Okay,
this.
okay. Worst movie, Strays. That was a horrible movie.
Oh, that's not what
Oh,
I was
I
thinking
thought
of.
that's what you were thinking of for the
No,
best one. I'm like, that is
no, no,
not a good movie.
no.
Um, worst is Strays. Best, I think, has got to be The Legend of Ron Burgundy, Anchorman.
Okay.
What do you think?
So worst. Have you ever seen The Night of the Roxbury?
No.
Okay, you don't have to.
You
It's
don't have
probably
to.
the biggest
Okay.
waste of an hour, 30 minutes of your life.
Okay.
Because it's really not that funny. They try way too hard to be funny.
Yep.
Best, easily Step Brothers. I don't know
Oh,
why
I
you didn't
forgot
say that,
about
bro.
Step Brothers.
That's what I was thinking
I'm gonna
of.
rub my nuts on your drum set.
Well, it was either that or Elf. Like this, Elf is
I'm
just a
not a fan
classic,
of
bro.
Elf. It's just
It's
too
overplayed
much
or
cringe
what?
comedy. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's
I mean,
definitely overrated in
it's
my
an
opinion.
adult that thinks.
Yeah, it's. I'm all for cringe comedy. Like I
Yeah,
love The Office, but Elf
yeah.
is just too much.
I thought Strays was a funny movie.
No, Strays is a horrible movie.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
you wanna just move on now,
Yeah, we
or
can move on.
you wanna do more of those?
I think we had a good list. We can definitely start the next little segment here.
Okay,
Um,
me against the world. Hot takes.
yeah, we can do that.
Do you want to go first, or am I gonna go first? Should we make a game out of it? See if we can like say our hot takes, and if the other person reacts, we get a point.
Okay.
I saw this on the Escape podcast, and I
Um,
thought it'd be fun. So like
okay.
like I would say a hot take, and if you say anything but okay, then I get a point.
Okay.
Should we see that?
Can we go? We don't have to do the list, right? We can go off the list.
That's my list.
Okay.
Can you even read that?
No, this looks
Okay,
like
yeah. Well, I put it in like just
I can
letters.
read one.
Which one can you read?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I put it in like just letters, so I would remember
Okay.
it.
Do you want to
But
go
you
first,
could.
or are we gonna go every other?
Let's go every other. You go
Okay.
first.
First one, I'm gonna start really rough. Endgame is not as good as people say it is.
I agree with that.
Is that
No
good?
argument here.
I don't get a point.
Nope.
Oh
No
wow.
argument here.
Okay.
My first one, Captain America, the Winter
Oh,
Soldier.
that's what that was, bro. No,
Winter
no, no, no.
is not an amazing movie.
You
It's
can
mid at best.
take a point, bro. I don't want to do this anymore, bro. That's such a good movie,
No,
though.
it is mid at best, and I stand on that firmly.
It's literally peak Marvel, bro.
No, it is mid at best. I hate like the concept of everyone hates you and you know it and they know it. Like you just, I don't like. It's got like what's the word? I don't know. It's like a spy thing, and I'm not a huge fan of that. Captain America: Winter
Shoot.
Soldier is not great.
This
It is mid.
It's such a good Captain America movie.
It's a great. It's a no. It is a good movie. It's just
Yeah.
not amazing. Like it's not great.
Okay,
It's
that's fair.
okay.
You
It's
still have
mid.
a point because I don't like that
It
take,
is
bro.
mid.
Oh gosh, I just think it's hot take. Loki. It's not really a hot take, but Loki has been the best thing that Marvel's put out since Endgame. You've seen both seasons, right?
I only saw the first season.
Well, you just should definitely watch the second one.
I gotta think about what they put out since Endgame. Mm,
What else?
no.
Why do you want to give me a point, bro?
Okay, that's fine. Okay. My next one,
Mm-hmm.
the Venom movies are good, and building on that, The Last Dance is a good movie. It may not be comic accurate, but it is a good movie, and I enjoyed it.
I agree with that.
Okay.
Other than the fact that like critics don't,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like they've never gone outside their house before.
Ooh, my coaster stuck to me.
It's a good movie, so I definitely agree with that. Although I'm guessing it would be a hot take for a lot of people, though.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why I put it on there because I know a lot of people do not like the Venom movies.
Yeah. And it's
I enjoy
it's
them.
an
I think they're
entertaining
good
movie,
movies.
bro.
Yeah, I think they're good movies,
Like,
and I think they balance comedy and action very well.
especially in the third one.
Yeah, the third one is really good.
My turn.
Yeah, I got 3 more, so you got to think of at least 3 more.
Fox had a good run with the X-Men movies. Even though it got wobbly at the end, I think they had a good run with it.
You haven't seen Age of Apocalypse, and I got confused the first time I saw Days of Future Past.
I have it on DVD. Although we can watch it for free.
Yeah. But sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I understand
Their
that the
run
last
was
couple
respectable.
movies, like the original X-Men or X2 Last Stand, um, Wolverine Origins. I think those are all good movies.
Mm-hmm.
I think they had a good they had a good start, but they pushed it really fast. Like,
yeah, it pushed too hard too fast.
Like you basically killed Apocalypse in one movie.
See, I didn't see that one, so I'm.
Yeah, and it's like really.
But
bro?
from watching the animated series, like the original X-Men series, I know that Apocalypse doesn't. He's too big of a villain to have only one movie.
Like
I know that much.
Yeah. Just like what the original or what the latest Fantastic Four did, killed off Doom in like 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, the 2017 one with Miles Teller.
Yeah, we can forget about that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I can agree with that. You can tell they're lower budget movies than Marvel movies. CGI is not great.
Yeah.
Like especially X-Men Origins Wolverine when he checks out his claws in the mirror for the first time.
Yeah, they're like flipped.
They're
like something's
so
wrong with them.
fake. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Deadpool and Wolverine was great. Amazing. Deadpool and Wolverine was great.
Okay. Yeah. Again, I have some of my issues with it, but I'll give you that though.
Okay.
Because like I know that's a lot to talk about, but we did kind of discuss it on the last episode.
Yeah.
We did rewatch it again though.
We did just watch it last night? 2 nights ago?
2 nights ago.
Yeah. And I still like it ended, and I'm like, Logan, that is still a great movie. I don't care what you say. That movie is amazing.
Right. I mean, it is.
Still laughed at all the funny parts.
That has got to be like one of the funniest Marvel movies.
Oh, 100%.
Especially when you can do an adult movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's just it's just funny because they can go to different areas with it.
Yeah. So that's my take. Deadpool and Wolverine is great.
Okay. Okay.
Just okay.
Okay.
Got nothing else to say about that. Okay.
My third one. No.
I'm waiting.
This is the mukbang, bro. Third one, I'm gonna say Tom Holland is not a good Spider-Man.
Okay, no, you're wrong. You are wrong, motherfucker. You are no. This is how it goes. Tobey Maguire, best Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield, best Peter Parker.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Tom Holland, perfect combination of the two. That is my ranking, and that's how it will stay forever.
I'm just like an Andrew Garfield
Holland,
guy.
No. Tom Holland. No. Tom Holland is an amazing Spider-Man, okay? he has had some rocky lines, and he
Yes.
had a rough first movie, okay?
Yes.
But Tom Holland is the greatest thing to happen to Spider-Man in a long time.
That's fair. But at the same time, he doesn't feel as like
He
I
doesn't feel like Peter Parker. Is that what you're about to say? Because you, my friend, are sorely mistaken. Okay, no, no. Tom Holland is the best iteration of Spider-Man, combining Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
I would say
You cannot change my. No, 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 no,
they
no.
got the age right. They got the age look
Yeah,
right.
I understand that. They got everything right. Okay, it's all good. All right, it's all good. And if you would disagree, you could suck my cock. Okay, because Tom Holland is an amazing Spider-Man.
I like that they brought him with Marvel characters though. I
Yeah, like
like
in Civil War.
they didn't leave him alone.
Yep.
Um, I don't know. I'm just an Andrew Garfield guy though. He's just like he's
I like him too, and he was great in Far From or No Way Home. But
yeah.
Tom Holland is the best thing to happen to Spider-Man in a long time. You cannot change my mind.
Do you think it would have been different if Disney used Andrew Garfield instead and
Mm,
Sony used Holland?
I don't think Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man would have fit into the MCU as well as Tom Holland's Spider-Man does. Just because I feel like the chemistry would not be as good. Like between Tom Holland and RDJ, even between him and Chris Evans in Civil War, when he like drops the
Well, it's the
like the
the
thing to get on the
walkway.
plane, yeah, the
Yeah.
walkway to get on the plane, and he's like, "You got heart, kid. Where you from?" And he's like, "Brooklyn,
Yeah.
Queens." Yeah, like that. All of it is great.
Yeah. He sounds like Spider-Man now. I like that.
Exactly. They do everything right with it.
Yeah, I just like I wish they could have done more with the Andrew Garfield one. Just it ended so
Yes,
emotionally, and
I
then that's
agree.
it. And
I
then he
agree.
made an appearance in No Way Home, and then they just said, "All right, bye." Like that's it.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree. They should have done more with Andrew Garfield, but Tom Holland's Peter Parker slash Spider Man is the
yeah.
best.
Um, I mean, I think it helps. Okay, I think Marvel obviously did the villains in that movie way better,
Yes.
in the Spider-Man movies,
Yeah.
but they also did bring in and redid some of the villains from Sony Universe too.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously, Electro looked different. He looked more comic accurate
Yep.
instead of just having a glowing blue glow stick
Yeah, he
body.
actually looked. Yeah.
Um, yeah. So I mean, I don't hate Tom Holland. I'm a sucker for Andrew Garfield just because I've seen his other movies and he's just a good actor.
This motherfucker is so wrong. He's so okay. Or you can have that
um,
point. It's 1-1 right now. All right.
okay.
My turn.
Yep.
Good. Guardians of the Galaxy is okay at best. Not amazing. Not a fan of the trilogy. Third one was really good. Second one sucked. First one was meh.
Second one sucked. First one was good. Obviously, no one really knew who they were, so it was just people were like, "You could have done anything else. You included
Yeah.
them." Third one got me though because it's super emotional.
Third one was really good.
Um,
And it was funny with the one F bomb in the Marvel universe.
yeah, which
Push the button. Okay, what do I do now? Open the fucking door. Yeah.
it was kind of out of nowhere. I don't know why they did
I
it.
busted out laughing so hard.
But I, I mean, I agree. Like, you have one bad movie in a trilogy, it kind of throws it off, just like Thor. The first one's good. The second one is just random. Um, Ragnarok is obviously one of the best Marvel movies.
I love Ragnarok.
But then we don't talk about the fourth one.
Yeah.
But
That one doesn't exist. That
it
one
does
doesn't
bring
exist.
down a trilogy when the second one sucks.
Yeah.
So okay, I'll stay with the okay, but I do put Guardians of the Galaxy higher than like um for me than like the Iron Man movies. Iron Man 2 is bad and 3 is bad. Iron Man 1 is good.
I haven't seen Iron Man 3 in a long time, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Um Infinity War is top 3 in Marvel.
Okay.
Probably not a hot take.
No,
but I know a
I'm
lot of
saying okay on that one.
yeah.
Um, I don't know if you know anything about this, but the live action Aladdin was not good.
I think I saw like 20 minutes.
Just because I'm so die hard for the original,
Mhm.
it is in my letterbox top 4. I think it's
Yeah.
my second or third top movie of all time. The original Aladdin is
With
the
Robin
best with
Williams.
Robin Williams.
Yep. Not
The
Will
best.
Smith.
No.
Yeah, I mean they do a lot of live action movies really kill a franchise.
Mm-hmm.
I know there was talks about a live action Moana. Please don't do it. It would be weird. Just
We don't need
you can keep just making, cartoons.
to. Okay. Move on.
Yeah, how much time do we have left?
Got like 13 minutes.
Doing good.
Yeah. Okay. Agatha all along. Rating 1
Ooh,
out of 10. Got your answer? I got mine.
I think we're gonna be pretty close.
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1,
3.
6. Oh.
Oh, you gave it more. I know why you
Well,
gave it
Aubrey
more.
Plaza, bro.
I mean, that adds like 4 points in
Yeah,
itself.
exactly.
But
Otherwise, it's 2.
yeah, I don't know. It was so badly written.
Yeah, every episode. So we'll get into like what's good and bad right now. So
Yeah.
we're gonna every episode. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, what just happened? This is not great. Like, there were key points that were really good and I thought were super interesting, but then they brushed over them and it was back onto something that was stupid. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Go back to the other thing. Go back to the other
Yeah,
thing.
and it was
It's not.
the chemistry between everyone in that coven just did not work.
No, it just
worked. Wow.
Yeah, wow.
It just did not work very well, and I wasn't like I'm not a big like witch. Like obviously
Yeah, it
like
didn't feel like Marvel. That's for sure.
no, it didn't feel like a witch movie either.
Mm-mm.
Like they were on this road, right?
Which turned out to be the one dude's bedroom the entire time.
Yeah, and then really, so people died because of him. I mean, it kind of shows like how powerful Wiccan is, obviously. But at the same time, it's like there's so many scenarios in the movie where I'm just like, this could have easily been avoided.
Yeah.
But no, because writers have to just be like that. It just good part. I mean, Aubrey Plaza. There was some very funny moments we didn't expect when, like, in the first episode, Agatha was just naked.
Yeah, what the like? That was one of the points where I'm like, what the hell are we watching? Like, why do we choose this?
Obviously, nothing was shown except her butt.
Yeah, which was
but,
lumpy
like,
oatmeal at best.
Yeah, it was random, and I was like, okay, whatever. That was like the best thing. There wasn't really anything like great about it. It didn't really tie to anything.
That's why it's right around that 5-6 range for me, because it's like it's okay. I don't want to say it's bad, but it's not. It doesn't make me like Marvel more.
Yeah, and it felt so low budget because they had flashbacks of like Vision and Wanda, but they only had their voices. They couldn't show a face.
Yeah,
like at least
they can't afford to pay them.
It's like so bad.
And then when Aubrey Plaza's character like cuts the green screen and walks out of the road. I mean, I get what they were trying to do. Like their death is that powerful that you can just like walk off the road.
But it kept
you could tell that she just cut a green screen.
Like they were like, all right, so we're gonna run a budget.
Yeah.
So just cut the green screen. We're not gonna edit it.
Yeah.
It wasn't
not amazing in my opinion. Okay, what about the next one? Venom, The Last Dance, rating 1 out of 10.
We saw that with some friends. I don't know if this counts as a review, but one of our friends fell asleep.
David fell asleep
at the end of the movie. That's obviously not our rating.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I have my rating.
Yeah, I can't remember what I gave it on Letterboxd, but I'll try and remember. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1,
7.
8. Yeah, pretty close. Pretty close on that one. It was hilarious. That movie was so funny.
It was entertaining.
Yeah.
And it didn't
the
feel like...
fight scenes were good. All the symbiotes were cool.
Yeah.
Null was... he doesn't really get a whole lot of screen time or anything, but like...
He will at some point.
Yeah. I thought it was awesome. It was hilarious. Story was good. Mm-hmm. It was heartfelt, especially towards the end when he's like, "Don't forget me, Eddie."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. But yeah, I mean, it was one of those movies where you didn't have to think.
Yeah, like if you just shut your brain off and watch it, it's an amazing movie.
Yeah, and that's one thing I think Marvel's kind of lost touch with is like just having fun with the movie instead of
Mhm.
having all these
Instead of trying to make
things
it
you're trying
so
to think
good,
about
yeah.
and a certain like I don't know how to say this, but like they trying to make us think a certain way.
Hmm.
I
And
just
just
wanna
let the movie
I
do
just
the
want to watch a
talking,
comic
yeah.
book movie where people fight and that's it.
I'm there for the action.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, a good story. You need a good story
Mhm.
because obviously people like Sony don't know how to do that. We haven't seen Madam Web. We won't
I
probably.
will not see that movie. I heard it was
Um,
dog awful.
and I don't want to waste my time with it, but at the same time, I feel like I should.
Hmm.
Um, but they just need to learn to just make a movie that's just, um, you know, tickles people's inner self, inner
Yeah.
child.
Hmm. And I
Um,
feel like Venom: The Last Dance did that really well.
yeah, and I mean, yeah, it was just okay. There were some
There were
acting
points,
moments.
yeah, that the
That
one
blonde
doctor was
doctor,
rough. She was not a good actor. They definitely found somebody off the street for her. Probably not, but
you
that's what it felt like.
you could have paid someone so much more money to do something
You
better
could
than
have
that.
probably paid someone so much less money to do a better job.
Yeah.
Um, you got a good Venom impression? Can I hear it? You got to think about because I'm pretty sure there's two different voice actors. In the first movie, there was one, and then Tom Hardy did the rest of the movies.
Did he die?
Yeah, the first
Yeah.
guy died, but it was like him and Tom Hardy like splitting the
Yeah.
um
I think it makes sense to have Tom Hardy be Venom because Venom is
yeah,
him. You know.
yep.
He's looking to see it. I think I saw it on what was it? Instagram. Something about him dying.
Yeah. Tony Todd,
I
I think
think
his
that
name.
sounds familiar.
Yeah, Tony Todd. So you got the two different ones. Can you do them?
I don't know what the two different ones are.
Well, I think
Um,
Tony Todd's was more like deep and like more of like I am Venom. Like the
I just
like
chocolate.
chocolate.
um,
It was. I'm pretty sure it's like the you come in here again and prey on anyone.
yeah,
You will eat both your arms,
that's a
both
good
your
one.
legs, and your face, right off your body. Then you'll be this harmless, legless, faceless thing rolling down the street
Like a
like a
potato.
turd.
Yeah, like a
In the wind.
turd.
I think that was Tom Tony or whatever his name was,
Okay.
and then obviously the Eddie Brock.
I can't remember. There was some.
Eddie.
There was a few moments though um when they were with that family and he
Yeah.
was making fun of me. He was like, "People are weird."
Yeah.
And he just didn't. He wanted to eat them.
Yeah.
He was like, he
Yeah.
just did not want to be there. Um. Yeah. Well, what about? Is that your
Shit,
favorite?
that is a red one.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Was that your favorite of the three?
Last Dance. I don't know. It was definitely funnier than the other two.
Carnage wasn't very.
Carnage was not amazing. Carnage was for a while like my favorite Spider-Man villain,
Yeah.
but that movie did him dirty and he wasn't great. And I think him and Cletus Cassidy were supposed to have like a perfect symbiotic relationship,
Yeah.
and they just wanted different things in the movie, so it didn't work.
Um.
But I really liked the first one where it all started, but the Last Dance was so funny.
I think
I need more money.
Bro's a gambling addict now.
Yeah.
But I
he's
think
sitting there, he's like pulling the thing.
I think it should have been the first movie, and the second movie have Carnage in both. I think it was a waste to do just one movie
Yeah.
on Carnage. Riot was okay. Riot should have been the third one.
He has got shit you have never seen.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be like this, like
The team leader. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like Venom beats him. He beats Carnage, who Carnage is just a psycho
Yeah.
that just kills anything. And he beats them, and they're probably gonna beat Null using friendship.
Yeah.
It's like whatever.
The line from the first movie. Where I come from, I'm kind of a loser.
Yeah,
like you.
Exactly. Which is why they're a good pair.
Yeah.
But yeah. But it's
it's great.
It was just random chocolate. I can't
What do you
do
want
that.
to eat?
That hurts
Tater
my
tots
throat.
and chocolate.
It's a good diet. I'll just say say that.
Yeah, 100%. Um, but yeah, that's all we got for this
Yeah,
one, pretty
I
much.
think that was definitely a good episode. Um, Obviously we
We're
have
gonna film
our
another one right away, I think, right?
yep.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely have our different views on a
Okay,
couple things.
fucking, what was your one that was absolutely, oh,
um,
Peter Parker, the Tom
yeah.
Holland Peter Parker, that was
Uh-huh.
a atrocious thing that you said,
Okay,
and I can never forgive you for it.
maybe we should just rewatch some of Spider-Man and then we can make a different opinion. Deal?
Okay, fine,
Deal. At some point we'll watch some of the
fine,
other Spider-Man.
fine.
Obviously Tom Holland has had more time to grow as a Spider-Man. If that makes sense because they give him more opportunities.
Yeah.
And he's going to have more. Obviously, now he's basically going to be the team leader for the next
Mm-hmm.
two Avengers. Um, so he's definitely going to give us more to Spider-Man than the other two did.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give you that. He
I
just
think
had
he's
more
just better.
time.
I don't know what your friggin' problem is, but he's just better.
That's fair,
Better
bro.
all around Spider-Man.
That's fair, bro. That's fair. But yeah, I think that's it for today.
Perfect. Yeah. Thanks
And
for tuning in. If you watched, listened, whatever,
yeah, and we'll catch you in the neighborhood next time.
you're around the neighborhood.